Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now. Boating season is here, and the Long Island Maritime Museum in West Sayville is hosting a U.S. Powerboating Safe Boating course.
It's a 2-day course. It covers the New York State Safe Boating license as well as the practical component that U.S. Sailing developed with U.S. Powerboating over the last few years.
Although New York State has loose requirements as to who can operate a powerboat, Suffolk County law requires residents to obtain a boating safety certificate, and it must remain on the boating vessel during all periods of operation.
Andrew, this is Mike, hailing channel 16, over. Over indicates that I am done speaking.
This is the first time the Long Island Maritime Museum hosts such an event.
The Maritime Museum, obviously we're on the water, so we were excited to offer this program. And what we liked about it was that it did have the on-water component added to it. So I look at it as driver's ed for boaters. You wouldn't necessarily want your 16 or 17-year-old child to get a learner's permit without actually having some instruction behind the wheel. And we feel the same way, and the public feels the same way about operating a boat.
You know that the hazard is from the fourth piling to the bulkhead, so we want to stay generally out here.
What we try to do is get some fundamental concepts across to the students. They're not going to master operating a boat in 2 days, so we try to get some fundamentals across. Steering is one of them, steering a range, and then the practical component culminates with a person in the water recovery.
After studying theory in the classroom, the students head out for some hands-on maneuvers in and around the dock. First challenge, going in reverse.
Now counter steer and apply reverse idle, and it'll bring you around that piling.
Next, the ever-important pivot turn.
Counter steer, not really going anywhere. I'm just staying in position, rotating the position of the boat.
And you want to be quick enough so it doesn't move in a direction.
Right, and the idea is that you're pivoting in its own length.
This is such a key maneuver that some still wanted more.
I just want to work on like a pivot turn. Maybe twice, that'll be it.
I also teach sailing, and sailing is one of those skills that takes so much more time to get. They get it months, if not years, down the road. So it's an instant gratification to see somebody come off the water, understanding a concept and being able to execute it.
With a car, it's more direct, you know. You steer it, it goes in that direction. You know, it's not like the road is moving around and you have to compensate for that when you're driving, but in boating, it's kind of like the road is moving around.
After another classroom session on knots and in reviewing New York State legalese, it was off to the open waters for some high-speed handling. When boating through choppy waters, the most important lesson is navigating the waves.
Now when going into waves, never want to take them on the beam or perpendicular. So you want to go right at them? Almost right at them, 30 degrees.
The precision, low-speed maneuvers in the high seas were extremely challenging, especially when you have to counter the energy of the ocean. Each person had a different reason for taking this course, and the class as a whole represented a good cross-section of our community.
I'm going to take a course in being a sailing instructor, and one of the prerequisites is a powerboat safety class.
I actually was interested in being a launch operator for the Seacliff Yacht Club, which is right near my house. And obviously they require the powerboating course.
My family does a lot of boating. I boat with my in-laws and my brother-in-law, and I needed to get more up on safety procedures and being able to run the boat. Reading up on it and watching it is great, but to be able to actually get out on the boat and have the experience of actually handling the boat with somebody who knows how to do it with you, it's a lot of fun.
Yes, fun is what a day at sea is supposed to be. And this safety class helps keep your dreams of a family day in the water from becoming a nightmare.